Jesteśmy na PGA 2015, mamy dla Was dosyć interesującą rozmowę o szczegółach, ponieważ wchodzi nowa firma na polski rynek, właściwie już weszła, już możecie jej produkty kupować. Firma Mionix, która produkuje peryferia. No jest z nami Christoffer z Niemiec, właśnie z firmy Mionix. Hi.
Hi.
Będziemy rozmawiać po angielsku, bo Christoffer niestety nie mówi po polsku, chociaż nam przed wywiadem powiedział, że jego ojciec był urodzony w Poznaniu, ale to taka tytułem jakby tutaj takiej ciekawostki. So Christoffer, can you tell us a little bit about the company and why, first of all, a little bit about company.
Yeah, sure. Our company is named Mionix, right? We are a Swedish company. We are around for quite some time actually with the brand. Like it was founded in 2007. However, we never really expanded outside of Sweden or the Nordics, so to speak. And now, just recently, actually last year, we got a new management on board, where I belong to, for example, and we got a new CEO. And we sat together and we decided actually what we want to do with the brand, you know. But we have such awesome products, really quality craftsmanship products that we will not only offer to people in Scandinavia or the Nordics, but also bring to Poland, for example, or actually on a global scale to any country in the world, sooner or later. So, yeah, this is the first time that we are here with PGA, with our partner Impact, and we actually are very excited to bring now the brand, you know, out to the people, because we see there is a demand for it.
So, this is the first event in this part of Europe that you're attending?
Actually, yeah, it is.
So, for example, Gamescom or IFA, no?
We did attend Gamescom, okay, but only with a meeting room, not with a booth. It's actually the first end user presence that we really have outside of Scandinavia, here in Poland. Yeah.
So, when did you decide? Did you decide to join this part of Europe to show the products, to sell the products here?
Well, I think for us it's a logical step, you know, in our growth strategy, so to speak. We can feel a huge demand actually from the Polish market before even we were here. We were not able to sell here before, but we saw a lot of requests coming through our web shop directly, for example, but also social media and stuff. We felt in the forums and everything, we got a lot of feedback where people were actually requesting Mionix to come to the Polish market.
So how long are you on Polish market right now?
Actually, we're just starting. We're having more or less, this is the kickoff, to be honest.
A few months, this is the start.
A couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so now could you tell a little bit more about the products itself? I mean, how are they attractive to the customers? What are the main features for the gamers, for the customers that are in Poland?
Yeah, I think I need to tell or talk a little bit more about our whole idea about Mionix and where we're going in the future. You know, because when we came together as a team for the first time and we sat down, you know, for a while and had a look at the market. All of the team members are actually in this industry for quite some time, 7, 8 or more years, worked for big companies in that industry. What we all felt is that there's a huge lack of innovation. Innovation meaning like innovation that makes me better as a gamer or changes my experience while gaming, improving my experience while gaming. So what we saw is a lot of, we like to call it putting lipstick on a pig kind of approach. That means, you know, you put lipstick on a pig and you try to sell it as a model, but it's still actually a pig. So we saw that a lot. What was the biggest innovation? What do you think was the biggest innovation in gaming peripherals during the past 5, 6, 7 years?
I have no idea what was the biggest innovation, yeah? I mean, there wasn't much, actually, because, I don't know, maybe more buttons on the mouse or something like that. That comes in my mind.
Something like that, or some would say probably you took out the single color LEDs and you put in multicolor LEDs, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's a feature, you know, but it's nothing that really helps you as a gamer, right? So we actually thought deeper. So we thought we don't want to do that. Okay, no lipstick on a pig. So we also believe in another thing, that we think that software will eat the hardware. What I mean by that is, do you know Tesla, the car brand, electric cars, Tesla? Yeah. They actually have a car. It's a nice piece of hardware, right? So you buy a Tesla today, which is hardware, and in 1 year's time, the driving behavior can be totally different. Why? Because you update it through a software package. So for example, if you have bought a Tesla last year, you can now update it so it has an automatic driver system in there. It keeps the lane, it parks for you. So the whole innovation, or the thing that drives the hardware, is the software, and we believe in that. And I can give you an example. What we have done last year in December, we had a Kickstarter project. I'm not sure if anybody has heard of it. It was called the Naos Quantified Gaming. It's a mouse that actually can feel your heartbeat and your stress level while you game. So it gives you a lot of information about yourself while you game. This can be shared through all the streaming services like Twitch. A pro gamer can share it with the audience while in-game. You know, how exciting is that if you see like, oh wow, this guy is actually excited, he makes mistakes now, you know, and the whole audience can already see, oh, that doesn't go, take a good end, you know. And stuff like this. This is just a small step in the direction where we want to go, making hardware smart.
Okay, so it sounds fantastic. I mean, it's another level, like we see in the sci-fi movies or something like that, or the, you know, some yeah. So it's great.
I mean, if you compare, I don't say the brand now, but your smartphone here, it has roughly the size of a gaming mouse, right? And just think about what technology is in there, what you can do with that smartphone, and then you think of a mouse as it is today. I think there's room for improvement, you know, and we're gonna take this on.
Okay, so you're going for like another step. I mean, another way of improvements, like no one attended in the past, and that's good. So that this would be a feature that, you know, show that you're different than other brands, than some Razer or SteelSeries, and so you plan also to go into esports more, and to, you know, to use this kind of features in esports, because it would be great when you watch some tournament or something like that, or CS:GO or League of Legends, something like that, and you actually see that the guys are sweating, and you feel that, yeah. So this is the thing for esports, in my opinion. But what can you give normal players, like at home? What is the difference between like your peripherals than SteelSeries or Razer or something like that?
Mainly it's the craftsmanship behind our products. I think it's a word that not many people have heard in the IT industry before. Craftsmanship, which means all the passion, you know, the eye for the detail, the product quality, of course, the performance, that everything that we have under our brand and it's embodied by the brand, that is what we call craftsmanship. So this is really important, because if you want to take the step, you know, and add features like the software stack and everything, there's no room that anything can break, or that the quality is not good or something like that. So this is a huge focus for us, is really to get the craftsmanship right, and this is what we are really good at for years. If you strive through the forums, check on that, everybody is praising like our ergonomics, our craftsmanship, and we are. Let me take one step back, because your question was like, okay, you see that more in esports. I do see that in esports for sure, but I also see that at home, because if you think of, we got addressed by a lot of game developers, for example. They were like, how cool would that be if you can actually feel, you know, a sense that the player, you at home, you're nervous, you're getting, you know, anxious, and you are sweating, for example, your palm is sweating. We can with the sensor we can feel that, and the character in the game, for example, he would like, there would be a drop of sweat running through your eye, for example, or you play a horror game and you're really freaking out, you know, because then the game could dynamically change and could say, okay, let's go easy on him, for example. So there's so much potential, and we just opened the door a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I see the potential, because it's like another control, or the level of immersion can rise, actually, yeah, the immersion, because you feel like you're sweating and your character is sweating. Yeah, that's a very potential. Yeah,
that is what you want to have in game, right? Okay. Being realistic, and if you are anxious and your heart is beating, you know, like hell, you want to see that in your character, you know. Yeah.
It's nice. Actually, I see the idea. I mean, but the perspective, like a few years, 10 years, when can it be, you know, released or actually packed into a product?
Yeah. Actually, the Naos QG, which is the mouse with the sensors, coming out in Q1 next year.
Okay.
So there, you know, we also have open APIs. So we actually invite the community to help us develop. You know, where maybe we don't even know where this will go. You know, we want to keep it as open as possible. We just give them the tools, you know, and we want them to dream with us a little bit and get the people, the community in there, get their ideas and help us actually bring this forward, this whole industry.
So you're still developing, you still come up with some new ideas, and that's great, because it's all about the rivalization, you know, the brands versus brand that you know, they have to improve their products, not just selling the same next year. Yeah,
exactly. And I think there was a kind of a comfort zone for most of the, you know, incumbents during the past few years. So now Mionix is expanding a bit, and we try to push the industry a little bit, which will be good for any gamer. You know, we hope that gaming is benefiting from it in the end.
Maybe you don't want to tell the brands that you are cooperating in terms of gaming, in terms of game development, but are these higher brands? I mean the brands that we know, like EA or I know, or Activision, Blizzard, something like that.
Of course, I have to say higher brands. Otherwise, they would be, you know, they wouldn't be too happy if I say no, we're only smaller brands. No, I cannot.
I mean, like you know, okay, the products will be next year. But when can we see it in games? In like games like, I know, the next Assassin's Creed or the next Call of Duty. You know what I mean. When can it like go to the mainstream?
Yeah, that one I cannot answer that. That depends a lot. Yeah.
I mean, just give me a perspective.
I would hope. Let's say we bring it out Q1 next year. You know, then it takes time until it's adopted and everything. And I don't know. I think it's not too short time. It will take like 1-2 years. I think probably until you see that. But in 5 years, it's probably standard. You know, you won't go without anymore. No esports tournament without that kind of software or something. I could imagine that. You know, I see that.
Okay. So yeah, that was very interesting what you've said, and I'm very into that. I feel like this, and I want to test it out with you. And yeah, it's really great that you come into Polish market, because in Polish market we get many like fans of esports and many gamers. It's, as you see, we get a gaming event. I think in this part of Europe it's not that popular. I mean, there are many tournaments, but it's not like actually the fair, you know, the event that comes many fans and many gamers and many pro gamers like this. We have Virtus Pro players here on PGA, and that's really good. So at the end, could you tell to the viewers why should they buy for now the products that are already I always get problems with these words. Yeah, available with on market right now. Why should it buy Mionix instead of some other brand?
Yeah, I would say gaming peripherals are a very personal thing, right? It's a mouse you are using like 8-10 hours a day, not even only for gaming, probably also at work or something. So it's a very personal thing. I'm not going to say, hey, buy us because we are better here or here. Everybody needs to decide on his own. But what I can tell you is, if somebody has tried a Mionix product and has put his hands once on a Mionix Naos, for example, he will never switch back to anything, because it feels just right. And this is exactly what I mean with the craftsmanship. We are using like little details that make you feel so comfortable when using the mouse that you won't switch back. And I think that is the best argument actually you can have.
Guy right there in the white black shirt with a haircut. He's the holder of the Guinness record of the longest playing in game.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
How long did he play?
I mean, jak to było długo? 70. No, the whole week actually. It was the whole week. Like, yeah, seriously.
Very into gaming, huh?
Yeah, he's very into gaming. But why I'm saying, because if they use some products like that, some more comfortable, it would be more convenient to beat the record, and maybe someone in the perspective of few years will beat the record with Mionix products. Yeah, that's what I said. So yeah, I hope that we as media could test out some products of Mionix to show to the people how good it is or how different it is, and to maybe attend in some alpha test of some higher developed products like you said, like with the controls and that can change esports and gaming at home, as you said. Yeah, so we hope, and thanks a lot for the conversation, because it was very interesting. It actually gave me some new perspective of seeing gaming. Yeah, I didn't know, and you told me, and this is very interesting, and I'm very into it, as I said before. So thank you very much, and I hope that you sell and that you will go to the mind of players, and keep in mind the brand and the products. Why are they good, or maybe why are they convenient for players? As you said, the crafting and the materials that you use for builds. And yeah, that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And you can I know, say some greetings from Mionix to our viewers.
Yeah, thanks for the video and for the interview with Video Testy. It was a pleasure. I hope we see each other again. Yeah. You are of course invited. We have an event tonight. I don't know if you want to come. I invite you personally. And yeah, regards from Poznan to my Mionix friends at home. Okay, and they will watch it, pretty sure. Thank you. That was Chris from PGA.
Okej, to także tyle by było właśnie z PGA, jeżeli chodzi o Mionix, także mam nadzieję, że zostanie to tak zmontowane, żeby fajnie brzmiało i żeby te najważniejsze szczegóły, które powiedział Chris, żeby były ujęte, bo to faktycznie zmienia zupełnie podejście, bo nie słyszałem, żeby ktoś od SteelSeries czy od Razera w ogóle o czymś takim mówił, bo bardziej idą w rozwiązania, które ciągną latami, a nie rozwija się za bardzo, więc mam nadzieję, że Was to również zainteresowało. Żegnam się z Wami z tego filmu, zapraszam Was do innych relacji, stawcie oczywiście palec w górę, jeżeli Wam się podobało. Trzymajcie się, na razie, bye!